just do that for you guys. Let me put that like so. Yep, fabulous. Right. Let me just try and locate where I am. Am I here? No, I'm not. I love this, trying to find myself. I know there's a delay, but hey ho. Oh, that looks definitely like it's falling off there. Hold on. There you go. I think that's better. There we are. Sorted. Oh, no. Let me have a look at that. Oh. There's definitely a problem. Hey, Rach. It's all right. There's a problem with me. What's it? I'm just, I'm just moving me. There we go. That's better. There we are. There we go, my sweetie. Sorted. Right. Let me just let's see if I can find myself now. Ah, there we go. It says I'm live. That's a good start, isn't it? Right. Brilliant. Oh, I've got volume. Get out. Crikey, I don't want to hear myself. That's for sure. Skip that. There we go. Right then. Hello. Hi, Lou. Now, I'm not expecting many to be on here because it's Monday and I normally do Tuesday, but I'm going to be on holiday. So there you go. Hi, Jan. Hope you're well. Hey, Rach. Oh, where's my comments then? Crumbs. This is going from bad to worse, this isn't it? Where's my little comments gone? Let's have a look. Hello, people. Right, 2 seconds. Oh, crikey. What's all that about? Get out. Well. I don't know what's going on, but it looks like my tablet's having a moment or two. Let's try again. Oh, dear me. Right, I've been busy making today, as you probably can tell. I always have a little bit of a... Oh, there we go. Hi, Claire, Louise, Rach, Ali, Ruth, Lou, Jan. Hello. Let's see if there's any... Oh, hello. There's people. I beg your pardon. Hi, Tim, Connie, Linda, Annie, Janine. Who else we got? There we go. Hi, everybody. Right, so tonight, obviously I'm going away tomorrow, so I might put a few little shorts on of the beach and a cocktail or two. You might even get me drunk in a corner. I don't know. God help you. If I'm drunk, I dread to think what I'd go on live doing. But anyway, I'm on holiday. So today I thought to myself, what can I make? So I decided to make. So I shall show you in a second. That was my prototype, which wasn't didn't quite go to what I wanted to. The sizes weren't right, so then I had to retweak things, rediddle about with things. But before I show you, obviously you all know I've got a Shopify shop, and in that you've got small boxes, you've got large boxes, you've got book boxes, you've got all sorts of bits and bobs. Now, from tomorrow, I'm going to be on holiday. So if you use discount code HOLIDAY in the shop, you will get 15% off while I'm on holiday. So please spend. Let me come back to some orders, which would be good. But yeah, and that's only going to be while I'm away on holiday. And then when I come back, I'm going to be adding a few things. And this will be one of them. So I use Stamperia papers. I had a choice: graphics, Stamperia, Magic Spell. How gorgeous is this? Let me bring this up a little bit. Yeah, that'll have to do. So let's have a look. Can you lot see? Hi, Debs, Jackie, Julie, Jane. Hi, my sweetie. Connie. Hello. So this is what I made. Now I faffed about and had a go, and they fit perfectly for oxides. So there we go. All in there nicely. They all come out nicely. This is 2mm grey board. You've got 3 sections that fit in snug as a bug. Fabulous. And it's in a box. So that means if you go out to workshops and God knows what else, you can put them all on. Now, I don't know whether to do a box of 2. So that means you get the full set in. Because this is, how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22, 33, 66. Oh, you might need another one. Yeah, definitely. Well, there you go. I might have to amend it so you get like the full set in. But anyway, so you get 33 in a tray. But for my first bash, I thought, you know something, that's all right. So then I thought to myself, well, I know most of us have got elements and verses now. when I come back, I am going to do holders for versafine clair and holders for elements, just like this, in a box with a lid on. Now, I've added some textured paste on this, because you know I'm loving my textured paste. I've added some oxides on this, all done it. I've even had I've just had a bit of a mad paint, as you do underneath. But it was really easy to create, as you can tell. Once I'd got my head around my files and got all the right sizes for what I wanted. I've done some hand painting, because the thing I don't like with Stamperia is in the pad I haven't got repeats. So I wanted to put this around or something very similar, but I've used it on other things. So that's the only fault I can say with Stamperia. Then I was told that you can get like a bigger pad, which I hadn't seen. So there we go. And obviously the Graphic 45 do multiple of the same one. So for me, that was like the little sort of, ooh, really? So obviously this is my one. I've just like sort of put it together a bit sort of quickie, iffy. You know, I've got the black tape around it. It's a nice depth. You don't have anything coming over, so nothing's going to bash your stuff while it's in there. And you can pop it up on the side like that if you want. So all your inks are there. And if you don't want anybody to see it, and the other half comes in and says, what you've been buying now, you'll go, nothing, just a box. Because look how pretty that looks. How gorgeous is that? I mean, the papers are gorgeous. And you know, when you just don't want to spoil them. But I thought, oh, I'll just add a bit of textured paste on. As you can see, I've just done this bit of textured paste. And just a bit on the edges here. But yeah, I mean, so what do you reckon? So, input is good. Happy with the amount in one case. I'm going to do the versafine clair. So, I will versify it. I will be doing them for that way. Yeah, and then I will also be doing, I have to have one of those, oh bless you. I'll also be doing the elements, so you'll have elements holders as well as verses. So realistically, you can have a nice little run of gorgeous boxes. Nobody would know what's in there to go with your other little boxes. What do you reckon? So these won't be going on until I get back off holiday, because I've got to take photos, I've got to present it all nice and then whack it on the site and that. So while I'm away, I'm giving you 15% off, and just put holiday in the code. And every time I go away, I will be giving discounts in the shop, because I'm away. You lot can have a bit of fun in the shop on my behalf. So any thoughts, feel free. This is so I might make a card in a bit. We might have a bit of a chat and whatnot, but I'd like your thoughts on this. What do you think? So hi Heidi, hi Marie, Tina, Lou, Patricia, Michael, hi, Ruth, Danny, how are you? I hope you're well. So what do you think? What, go on, I'd like your thoughts on it. I know there's others on the market, but where do I keep it reasonable? What price would you pay for the box? So in here, these can be taken out, so you can actually put them up without the box, but you will get 3 infills and the box with the lid. What would you pay for that in its bare format of grey board? If I can get a supplier in time, I might even do this as MDF. Now, if I do it as MDF, oh no, actually no, because 3 mil, yeah, no, yeah, I wouldn't have to alter anything. So yeah, it's either gonna be, hi Jan, one or the other. So come on, let's hear it. Gives a chat. What do you think? I'd like your input. Louise says brilliant. Oh, thanks, Michael. Oh, dear me. I like the fact you can put them away in a box. Yeah, definitely. Why ever not? I mean, if you don't want to do that, you can actually just stack them up nice. But depending on what nice papers you got, you know, the ones that you want to stroke. You know, them papers you want to stroke. Well, that's one of my strokey papers. But it's now actually on display. So I'm going to do myself another box, which will go up here. So at least I'm looking at something really pretty. And then all I've got to do is take the lid off and put them in order in regards to that. So, you know, let's put it like that so you guys on Facebook can see. I can't see any comments on Facebook. So I know there's people there. But hopefully, if you don't want to comment on Facebook, that's fine. Drop yourself over onto YouTube. So YouTube's up above, which sometimes just gives you the better the better pictures, to be fair. So Kim, hi, I like the fact you put them away in a box. Hello, Kim. Louis says it's brilliant. Danny says hi. Ruth says looks good. I'll have to have one of those. Beautiful. Yes, please. Right. And what I am also going to be doing moving forward is once a week I'm going to do a giveaway. Now it might only be a box, but it's something for nothing. So I am going to be asking you to share, subscribe, thumbs up, you know, I am looking for the followers, I'm looking for the viewers, but I want once a week I will be picking somebody. I will be asking for somebody's address. Whoever's on the live stream when I'm on, I will ask somebody to send me their address, and that person will get a free gift. Now it might be a box, it could be one of these, it could be a book box, it could be absolutely anything. It could be a journal. Let's see what else we got. It could be a frame, it could be absolutely anything. So you will get one of these in the post for free. Now these are delightful. Now I have got I have been designing, you know, some of these crazy files that open up, pull out, do this, do that, go into goodness, you know, they're like a little labyrinth. I'm going to be doing some of them. So I am going to be offering all sorts. Somebody wanted some clocks, so I am going to do a clock with some elephants on for somebody, and that will be a sample that I'll do, and I'll send to that person because they've asked. You know, if you don't ask, you don't get, sort of thing. So for me, if there's things that you want me to make, or you think to yourself, I'd like to see that in the shop, give me a shout. Now, obviously, you've got your packs of butterflies, you've got your keys and your locks in there, you've got your cogs. I'm putting up more steampunk stuff. But one of you each week will get chosen. This is when I come back from holiday. I'm probably going to start with, you know, a book box or a large box or a large tag, something decent. But like I say, it could even be this. So I need a price anyway. Love the box. Oh, bless you. That was a clear wax stuff. Can't think what it's called. That would protect your ink. Clear wax stuff. Protect my ink. Well, I have a lot of varnish on most of my stuff, to be fair. So I don't know what you're on about, to be fair, Diane. Sorry. You've come on to here now. I don't blame everyone. Talks on there's more chat goes on YouTube because I can see your comments more, to be fair, so I interact with you more. Facebook is great. Hi Facebook. Brenda hi. Julie hi. Theo hi. Theo I need your input. There we go. Theo, you're going to be really proud of this one. You ready? Theo, I need some conversation from you. Are you ready for this? Look at this beauty. Look at this. What we're saying, girl. Perfect. Absolutely. There we go. So I'm asking for this is 2 mil. This is 2 mil grey board, which is the thickest grey board you can get at the minute, anyway. Or I'm going to be doing this in MDF. So what would I'd like some prices from you, because these are what I'm going to be putting in the shop. The box and the contents is fab. At least I'll run upstairs a minute and get back. It's like a clear. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely, Diane. Yeah, definitely. Share the love, Diane. So yeah, what we thinking? Where's Theo? Is she there? I know she's watching. So I need to know what you'd roughly pay. Now, I've got a figure in my head, but I want to see if we're all on the same wavelength, if you don't mind. Thumbs up would be good if you're on, if you're on Facebook or YouTube. Thumbs up, subscribe. It all helps people. And if you do go into that Shopify shop, I don't know whether there's an option for you to subscribe or do a newsletter thing. It would be good if you can do that as well, because at least I can send out discounts for you, and also just bits of information, really, new releases and stuff like that. So what we're saying, let's see if Theo's got back to me. She's gone very quiet. Hi Maz, hi Julie, hope you're well. Emma, hi. I'm glad your hands are cleanish. Oh crikey. Hey, do you know something? I ain't done too bad tonight, to be fair. I have washed them about 4 times, but you know something, it's one of them. So I'm going to be doing versafine clair holders and element ink holders as well. But those will be when I come back, and I'm going to maybe do something which holds your Versamarks, you know, those wider ones as well. So it's going to be an interesting one. So nobody's giving me a price. This is an interesting one. See, I all thought you'd all be throwing figures at me. So I'm really shocked that none of you... Oh, okay, go. Thanks, right. How about 25? Okay. That's a bit more than what I was thinking. Fair play. So there you go. Mind you, it does depend because there's a lot of parts. When I think about all the parts in the packaging, maybe the weight. Mind you, if I go with a block of parcel thing, I can get it under one. So that would be an interesting one. Okay, so we've had one at £25. Only one of... Oh, there we go. 18. A bit cheaper than what I was thinking, but 18, I'll get you. So 18, I do the book boxes for £18. So for me, there's a big difference there in what you get. Or have I got to restructure my prices? See? But while I'm on holiday, you're going to get 10%. So the code for 10% will be discount code, and it's from tomorrow, and it runs until the following Tuesday. So it runs for a week only, and that's it. Discount code will be... Let me put my capital holiday. There we go. So I've just whacked it in for you guys. I like change to put towards something else. I like change. I like it. Fair play, Jane. I like your thinking. Okay. So that's that, as Theo said. So Theo's gone very quiet, which is not like you. So that's going to be an interesting one. I thought I was going to have a good conversation with Theo tonight, but she's disappeared. She must be sorting out the cat sleeves. Now, that's another thing, actually. She does auctions as well for the cats. So if you are looking, Theo has a fantastic auction on. So, yeah, get yourselves on there and bid away. It's all for the cats. Bless them. Right, so you have to excuse my tatty what's it's because all my labels are falling off and all the rest of it, but I think that's quite good. I'm happy with how it's turned out. So like I say, and I have had to paint it because I wanted certain papers which I didn't have, because I wanted to run through the same. So I've just hand painted it around, put a bit of textured paste on. To be fair, it don't look too bad, but for my first attempt I'm quite sorted. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So textured paste, Stamperia papers, strokey, it's all nice. You will need to factor materials, time and postage. Yes, I know. I've run a business for over 15 years prior. So yeah, I'm all good, Diane, on that one. However, I also understand that everybody's pinched with the pennies, and everybody's struggling with different things, but we're all crafters, so we all buy. However, let's keep it reasonable and let's keep it affordable. So, and that's what I'm also about. So I'm very real in everything, you know, in that context. So, you know, I'm not daft. I'm not a greedy person either. So I'm trying to keep it as real as possible. So feel free to PM me and have a convo. I've messaged Theo to give her a prod. Oh, Jackie, she's probably gone off on her elements, isn't she? You know, and like gone off into a wilderness. Or she could be re-dyeing her hair. Because yeah, I'd like her input, because she'd make... So Theo, the reason why I wanted her input is because Theo makes the most gorgeous stuff like this, you see. So I was quite proud of myself completing this, and it's not collapsed, and it's not like it's solid. I'm really chuffed with it. So maybe offer just the shelf bit without the box. Yeah, could do. Again, the shelf bit, yeah, the box just makes it a nice storage thing. So that's why I thought, well, I'll do it together as like the storage. But I mean, the shelf things, to be fair, yeah, I could just do single shelves, and then you could buy as many as you like then, isn't it, really? Maybe do discounts on multiples, you know. Like I say, I'm here to sort of support you guys. So that's where I say, give us a bit of info, give us a bit of sort of, I don't know, guidance, I suppose, because I don't want to go around and go, right, that's the price, that's it, done, dusted, and you'll go, Christ, Liz, what planet are you on? You know, I'm real at the end of the day. So I'm going to put them there, and then hopefully when Theo stops dyeing her hair, let me get a bit of card. Let's have a look. So let's have a look. I've got a bit of card left over from, you can tell it was left over. Look, it's all splodged. From the work, from Lincoln. Lincoln was great. I met some lovely people. Made some nice contacts with different people with different products. And that's what I think that's what it's all about. It's nice where you meet so many different people and you get to speak to them and find out what they're up to and what they're doing. And yeah, I like that sort of stuff. I think it's brilliant when you get that. Let me just, oh, crikey. I'm having a moment here. I'm still putting stuff away from that event. You never get yourself straight. You never do. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at some colours. Let's do them and them and them and them and them and them. I'll tell you what, I haven't done hickory smoke for ages. Let's do a bit of hickory smoke. What we got? Hi, Crystal. Carol, hi. Hope you're well. Marion, hello. Let's have a look. Let me put a bit of a grey down first of all. What stamps do you want me to? Hi, Jan. What stamps are you thinking tonight? Because I haven't even got any stamps or anything out. Actually, I just spent lots of money. Honestly, didn't you just? Hopefully, I can pick a few bits up at the Mocha. Oh, Diane, it'd be lovely to see you. Oh, I saw you there last time, didn't I? Yes. Yeah, that would be great. Actually, come and say hello. Come and have a chin mag between. Stopping through as you all buy, which I like, and that's what it's nice when I see people that follow and it's like, oh, hello, you know. So that's I think that's really nice when you actually get to meet people instead of me being a voice and a pair of hands. It's like, oh, crikey, she has got a head and legs, and you know, which was great. But it was also nice to see Amanda. She popped to Lincoln, which was lovely. So I was very interested to see with you all sort of graphic 45 or Stamperia, which was very interesting conversation. Because I thought you'd all be one way and you weren't really. It was quite, although there was a lot, it was all like Stamperia. I get it. But there was a lot more with the graphic 45, which was really interesting. It was nice to meet Nigel. Yeah, bless you. Nigel looks well. He always looks well, doesn't he? Bless him. What we got going on there? Hello. Hi, Alison. Victorian Velvet's one of my favourites, and especially if I'm doing greys, I think it's lovely. Absolutely lovely. And I just like to bounce it through, just very lightly, as you do. It's surprising, like when I do these showers, what I actually forget to take with me. You know, as you start unpacking things, you think, oh, I forgot that, and oh, I forgot that, and oh, crumbs, I forgot that. I thought it was quite funny. I forgot a lot of stuff. Lisa was very well behaved at that. I was actually. Crumbs. Maybe this time I won't be. Especially when I see you. I'll play you up. What do you reckon? I wouldn't do that. I'm always well behaved, to be fair. When I'm on here, it's a bit different because it's sort of, it's my little reality, sort of my place where I can just be me. When I'm face to face with people, it's different then, because you have to think about how you're speaking, make sure you're coming across correctly. You know, you wouldn't want to upset folk. So, yeah. So, it's a bit different sort of thing. Oh, what's that all about? Let's have that one. So, yeah, it is an interesting one when I'm face to face with you. So, yeah, I do try and be polite and, you know, courteous and respectful. But, yeah, it's lovely to get to meet you guys as well. So, let's have a play around. Did anybody pick any? I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any. You need to factor it. No, no, I didn't see anybody say anything about any stamps. Well, there we go then. So we'll just do some backgrounds then, shall we? So lots of different colours. Now, a lot of you were asking about different techniques. Now, I'm not just going to splat water on here and go to there you go. I am actually going to show you a couple of different techniques while I'm here with regards to water, because there was a couple of people who were asking me different things, and some of you asked after the fact sort of thing. So let me get a brush and let me get some water. Oh, it looks sort of half clean. Hi, Joke. Hi, Trace. Hi, Sarah. Now, when you've put down your oxide or your elements or whatever inks you're using, I've been working with lilacs and purples. I'm trying to do a challenge. Oh, fabulous. With a really great prize at the end of the May. Fab. Brill. I love Tracy's stuff. Fabulous. So when you've put your inks down, put some water on and just play around with an image. A lot of you were going on about how sort of Mona and Lisa Taggart sort of move their stuff around, and yes, they do move it around, but don't be shy to also you move stuff around. So let me get me Victorian velvet, for instance. Let me just put a little squidging on here. Let's pop some water on. Now, me and Amanda had good fun playing around with just some ink and just tiddling around with just different layers and stuff like that. So all you need to do is just play around and don't be shy to move stuff. Because if you're worried about putting water to something and worried about, but I'm going to lose this and it's not going to look right, all you're going to do is just pull some ink off. That's all you're going to do. You can just put it back on. So easy. Now, I know you're probably saying, oh, it's so easy, but if you go over it, so I'm going to show you now, and it's wet, it's going to be like really, and then, I mean, this is super smooth card, but you're going to have like that harsh, see that? So don't allow your card to dry. I often forget to take paper with me on workshops. Oh dear me, really? Yeah, that's your main product. You need paper. What they're gonna work on. So if you don't allow your card to dry, as you can see, I love my super smooth, but you can see exactly what's happened there. So I'm showing you all the things that can go wrong, I suppose. So we've got water. Yeah, we all know that if you put water on, it's going to be nice and nice. You can lift it off and it's like, oh, that's a nice effect. Yeah. And then we know that Lisa likes to use bleach, so let's grab some bleach. I'm going to mix it up because it's been sat there. I haven't used it for a bit. Now the water is quite light on here, so let me just see if this is mixed. Now you can use your fan brush, but when you put your bleach on, it really does take and it breaks down lovely, which is what I like. I just like the different aspects it gives, really. So, and it'll still continue to do what it needs to do. Now look at that, I love it. So you know, if you go like that and you wipe it, oh dear me, look what's happened there. So we've got another error, if you can say. Yeah, so so tonight's going to be like a cock-up. Yeah, let's do a cock-up one. So you've just wiped it off and you've gone, oh gosh, I've just lost my picture. Now when you look at that, so most of you go, that's it, I've ruined it, it's going in the bin. Why? Let's dry it off and let's do something. Lisa, I wish you have a nice holiday. I have a nice time, but I have to go. It's all right, Eva. You carry on, Cocker. There's that the squirrel hairbrush. It looks very soft. It's lovely. Squirrel hairbrushes I love. I've got a lot of them now. This one's quite an oldish one, to be fair, even though it looks quite new. They keep their shape absolutely fabulously. Love them. And then my really expensive ones, which I haven't even had the thing to use yet. These are my very expensive ones, and these are the Fumi, whatever. Yeah, I haven't even used them yet. I mean, look at them, and these are squirrel hair. They're to die for. Look at that. Just look at that. Oh. So I want to do some proper detailed work now. I have got a set I'm going to take on my holiday. So I'm hoping to get some painting done. But yeah, I mean, these are to die for. Those are my best. So the best brushes, wrecked brushes. I like it. Wrecked brushes, loved, pre-loved, wrecked. Nicey expensive ones. Mom's not allowed anywhere near these. Not even I'm using them yet, so it's like one of them. So yeah, okay, so we've dried this now. So actually, it's got quite a. We could look at that and think, is that like a sunbeam coming down it? We've got some sort of like weirdness going on. One of them. But this is where if you look at things and you think to yourself, oh, I've just ruined it. Well, you haven't actually. You've just created something else, that's all. So I mean, what should we do? Let's have a think. So we've got some purples and pinks. Let's put a bit of blue on. Let me get a little bit of acrylic. Let's have a Is there an acrylic anywhere? Hello, acrylic. Is there? No, that's a pink. Maybe not. Let's have a purple, black. Maybe not. Let me have a look. What's that one? No. Oh, crikey. Hold on, people. I'm gonna step up on me step. Ooh. Aha. Let's have a look. So in here somewhere should there it is, right at the back, out the way. Crikey. There we go. Right. So when you use your bottles, I just put them in, and I just get other ink and bang them in. Simple as that. So what am I going to use with that? Let me have a look. Let's find something that's probably as much used as a chocolate teapot. Let's have a look. Okay. Where am I going on holiday? Now, I think it's Cyprus. I think. I can never remember. Dave books a holiday, and he'll tell us where I'm going, pay for it, and then it's like, oh, we just turn up. That's about as much as we do. Oh, crumbs. That's a good blob. See, look at that now. I've had a right blob. Let's see what we can hey, look at that. Oh, dear me. Ah, well, it's only ink. It's only colour. Look at that. Okay, so we've now got something else on the go. Let me get that other bit of paper. There we go. Let's just let's lift a bit of that off and put it on there. Let's have a bit of that onto that. Yeah, that'll do with me. Fabulous. Has anybody chosen any stamps yet? Oh, dear me. Sorry, that blah, blah, blah. No, fabulous. Okay, I'm just going to grab whatever I'll grab in a minute then. Like it. I've just got back from Norway on a cruise. Oh, fabulous. What was the best bit then? Did you see all the... hey, sis, on the way to see Maggie Moo. Oh, lots of cuddles, lots of kisses, lots of everything. Sis is in the house. As amazing and as beautiful as she is, she's here. So let me just dry that off. Okie dokie. Right, let me just pop a little bit of Victorian velvet on. Why not? Love it. Fabulous. Let's go over that lovely bit of acrylic. Now, I'll tell you what I do want. I want a stencil. Let me have a look what stencils I've got to hand. Let's have a look. So I've got some funky fossils. Oh, shall I do my... oh, I'll tell you what, yeah. I do love these little baubles. Right, let me just have a look at this a second. Should have cleaned it from the last time, but I didn't. But it's okay. You can shout at me. Feel free. So there we are. Let's just pop some of these gorgeous... I do love this stencil. It blends beautifully. And it just gives you enough just to sort of take it into just a different sort of area, depending on what you're doing. Yeah. Hi, Trudy. Hope you're well, my sweet. Let me just put another colour in with that. Let's have a... Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's do a bit of Mermaid Lagoon. Now, somebody was asking about this, and I didn't have any available. But Mermaid Lagoon is a beautiful colour. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to... I mean, look how rich that is. Oh, dear me. Naughty. Dear, dear, dear. Honestly. I'll get myself into trouble so easy, you know, when you just start looking at all these lovely colours. They're just so lush. So, I might actually use some of Funky Fossil's new... oh, did you know that they've got that lovely new release coming? Oh, fab. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, I tell you what, let's pull some colours and play around with that. Hi, Nanny Chris. That's definitely going to stick, you know. Nanny Chris, love it. Okie dokie. So now then, so I've got a bit of the twos there. Let's put these out the way. Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's do some of these beautiful. Let's do some of these beauties. Let me find me Versa. There we go. Right, so you love it. You love being a nan. Yes, it's fab, isn't it? Absolutely. Right. Let me see which flower. I'm going to use that one actually. Now I am going to put one of these beautiful ladies. Now this is the new flower dance, and it's available next week. Next week. How fab is that? These are stunning though, to be fair. Absolutely stunning. So let's bounce these on. Because I've packed my suitcase, I've checked my passport, I've obviously put my inks in a box. I don't think I'll be able to get them through customs now, otherwise I would, you know, just for the sake of it, as you do. Let's just build that round a little bit, I think. Why not? Let's just do a little bit of to-ing and throwing, and a little bit here, a little bit there scenario. Oh, let's tell you what, let me do a bit over here. Yeah. Let's do a little bit of there and a bit there. Yeah, there we go. Right then, so I have no idea. You know, see, this is the thing. You see, I'll just bounce a stamp around here, there, and see what it ends up, and think, oh yeah, that's quite nice. Or I don't know whether I like that. But you can never go wrong with these stamps. I mean, these are just absolutely delightful. I like the swagger on that one. Absolutely beautiful. Right, let me just pop that on there. There, oop, there we go. Right. So don't forget, while I'm on holiday, Tuesday to Tuesday, so that's tomorrow the 29th through to the 6th of May, you will have the discount code of holiday, and that will give you 15% off. And then when I come back off holiday, I will then be putting on the oxide holders, and I might do a choice of, you know, just like the holders themselves, or the whole complete set again. No money till Thursday. Oh crikey, me too. Payday and all that. Crazy, isn't it? Hi Dawn, hope you're well. Pauline, Denise. I quite like that bit of blotch. Normally I'd go over things, but you know something, not today. Not today. So what do I want now? I want a bit of, I'm going to do a bit of Andy's Inkology, and I'm just going to put a bit of just a bit of light grounding on there, and put that there, put that in there. So like I say, these are, I think Sarah's going to be demonstrating the whole set. There's some beautiful ones. This is just the Flower Dance one. Absolutely stunning new collection that she's bringing out. So I don't want to spoil the rest of it. I'll leave those into Sarah's capable hands, but you're going to love what she's bringing out. So let me just get me squirrel hair. Let's just lightly just ground this area here. And I just want like just a light, as it's a Flower Dance, the name of the stamp, then I do want it just to have that light. I want to be able to see that, like the flowers. So she's dancing. Let's add that ink on. Let's have that bit of movement. Fabulous. I just want it more of a darker colour there. Well, let me dry that off, and then we can add some more so it goes a bit darker. Let's put that on there. So anyways, everybody had a good start to the week. Hopefully the week ahead is fabulous. I dread to think whether I'm going to be getting to one piece to where I'm going to. It's always the way, you know, when you go away, you always think God knows what's going to happen, but oh dear me, all crazy. The world is one crazy place nowadays. Crazy. Let me just see if I can just activate that a little bit. Let's just put one of these lovely crayons down. Now I do like these the Distress Watercolour pencils. I've got the black soot, and I'm just gonna where it's bugging me. I'm not normally one, I like to have a solid black image you know, it's one of them. Everybody's got different preferences. This is just me, so take no notice. There we go. See, that's better. But I just want to just run that over. That's nice. Let's just bring that down. So we're just going to, I've probably sort of, you know, when you look at things, you think, oh, what am I doing that for? But hey ho. Let's just touch that to there. Let's bring that shadow down. Sometimes it actually heightens it when you paint over, and you can actually put different highlighted images in. So even though I know it's black, and sometimes a lot of people won't actually stamp in black, they'll do it in fallen leaves, or, you know, a different darker colour but not a black, because obviously then if you want to start putting your white on in your highlights, it gives you a total different, it gives you that contrast that you're looking for. But sometimes when you do black, depending on the product you're using, not all blacks are black. Now, I know that's a weird thing to say, but it's very true, because, I mean, I'm going over now, Versa, and I'm using black soot pencil, and it's clearly blacker. But like I say, every product's different, depending on what you're using. So, but I quite like that. I like the effect it gives. So obviously this is a grey. This is cold steel, so it's not a black. But then when I've used the black soot distress watercolour pencil, that has given me a very, very prominent black. A black in my eyes. It's a bit like different coloured cards and stuff like that. A lot of people will say the blackest card they've got is whatever product. But I found that the black, I mean, I've got card which is black, and then I've got Pink Frog black card, and it's black. I hope that makes sense. So not everything is what you think it is, unfortunately. You might look at it and think, oh, it's black, but when you put it next to it, it actually is not. So that's just proved a point. I mean, I like my Versamark, and it's black. I love it. But then I've just put that over, and it's brought it out even more to be a deeper black. So it's always understanding your what you're using, your crayons, your pencils, etc., etc. I've got homework to do via Miss Branston, and I'm going to sit and I'm going to look at different products with regards to the distress stinks. So I'm going to look over that, the analogy and the chronicles of distress, how they work, etc. So it's always nice to educate yourself, especially with the products that you're using, you know. So don't be shy to learn something new and just to think to yourself, oh, okay. Now, it's a very simple bit of ink down, a bit of acrylics down, stamps random, bit of splatter, and then we've got that beautiful image. But the image is the forefront and the focal point of that. You matte and layer that now white with a nice bit of black card around it. That would be beautiful, and really nice crisp sentiment, for instance. That'd be a lovely little card, that would, for somebody, especially if it's like a oh, hello, we've got a tree. Tree. Well, there you go, sorted. Well, look at that. I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? Look at that. It was made for the, you know, look at that. I love it. See, that's another thing you could do. So I could sit here now and I could think to myself, oh, let's just let me take that to there. Yeah, let me bring that in. Yeah, there we go. That's it. So I've just taken that line into that. Let's bring a couple of lines under there. There you go. It's definitely made for that now, because I've just literally drawn it and then put it on. So there you go. Always be a little bit creative, something out of nothing. So we've just had a chat tonight, basically, because, like I say, I'm going on my holiday, doing my bit, and I just wanted to have your thoughts on the beastie box. So I'll just grab it. Let me just move my water out the way, move my plate out the way, because I always like to get your sort of thoughts on things, because it's not always about me. Yes, I'm sitting here making stuff, but it's going to be the right stuff, hasn't it, really? So the box, this particular one holds 33 oxides. I've even done them in sort of like a little, you know, little what's it. But what do you think? Is it something you'd buy? Is it something you'd think about buying? Would you just want just the stands on their own? you know, not having them in a box, but have the option of a box if you wanted one, you know. So again, these are the sort of stuff that, this is what I like talking to you guys, because I'm not just going to go, right, this is it, this is how much it is, that's it, done, dusted, sorted, tickety-boo. I might do this as an opening offer of 20 quid for the 3, you know, without the box sort of thing. I don't know. Your thoughts, because I will look and see what it's about. But the Stampede papers are gorgeous, and with that little bit of texture, oh, you just want to stroke. But I like texture. I like to have something to think, oh, something's going on with that. Do you know what I mean? But I want you to, if you did buy something like this, I want you to start using those papers instead of you doing this and then having stack upon stack upon stack. I mean, I can really talk, you know, stack upon stack upon stack upon stack. Yeah. Papers, 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 papers. See, I want to use this one. I think this is delightful. Absolutely gorge. I love browns. Very calming. But then you say I'm very girly on the next breath. It's like, oh, I mean, look at that. Very kitsch, very, very. This reminds me when I first started having my children, how I wanted like the fancy curtains with the tie backs, and I wanted all the roses on the wall, and that reminds me of that. Daft as it is, and it's always stuck with me. And I must have read it in a magazine. You know, when you sit and you look in magazines, like when you're in the doctors, and it's always like some sort of country homes or something, and you think, oh, look at that amazing wallpaper, and they've got a plate rail, and you know, oh, I mean, just look at that. Oh, sorry, I always bash you. I do apologise, but this is what I mean. I absolutely adore these sort of papers. Absolutely. I might have to just like, yeah. Dear. But I get you. I know we all like to stroke papers, but we've also got to use them. Why on earth are we sitting stroking papers for? We spend this money and buy all these lovely papers, but I'm sure we've got to actually, you know, use them. I don't know about this one. I mean, I do love blues. I love blues and browns, but you know, I mean, I'm not really a mappy person. I quite like that. I like the creases in there. I like wood. But I mean, I'm not sure about rope. I quite get the lighthouse, but I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, what's your thoughts then? I mean, you know, you're all very quiet tonight. You're all in shock. I know, I'm in shock too. I'm going away, but I am going to come back. I promise. I really am. I do love this one though. I must say, I do love that. But I think the lace, I might have to start doing a bit more journaly stuff with lace and more mixed media products, I'm thinking. I mean, look at it. I mean, this is just like bam in your face. Now, the thing is, see, this is what I like. You got double pages. So if I want to do something, so I've got 2 pages to play around with. Do you get what I mean? Love it. Absolutely love it. And that's where maybe I'm just not picking the right stuff up to say, oh, crikey, I've knocked you against. That's the excitement. This is the excitement of papers. See what it does to you? It just takes you off anyway. I've even got some Lavinia stuff. Yeah. Never used it. You know, and you can just do your own. And you can just, you know, you do your lovely little, your orbs and your colours and your swirls. I've never used it. And, you know, it's sitting there. I mean, I don't stroke it or anything, but, you know, it just sits there. But this is where we need to start using our papers. Papers. Oh, flower dance. Oh, I'll put that one back under there. That's divine, though. That's all I'll say on that one. Absolutely divine. Oh, yeah, I've got some. Oh, no, there we go. That was something else. So, we've used one of the lovely new stamps. So, Sarah will go through the new collection. Absolutely. You are going to love the new collection. So, make sure you tune in for Sarah for that. Absolutely divine. So, your thoughts? I do think you like the old box of tricks, which is good. I'm glad you do. So I'm going to go on my holiday. I am going to touch base with you and maybe do a couple of like just some like little shorts or something. You know, I don't know, beach, sea, sunrise, sunset. I don't know. You know, we'll just go with it, sort of thing. But I do want your thoughts. So please PM me about what you'd like to see. I've had clocks. I've had stuff to do with paw prints. I've had picture frames. I've had boxes, hence this little devil. You know, so don't be shy. I'm a paper pad collector. Buy loads hardly. Really, Teresa? No, that really does surprise me. I didn't think you were. Hi, Philippa. Hi, Susan. I really didn't think you were a hoarder of papers. I know you like your crayons and your pens and your pencils and your glitter pens. I've actually had to buy glitter pens for my mum because of you. Anyway, that was another story. But you really surprised me there. Who else? Mind you, I suppose you all must hoard things. You all must love your papers. I just love the texture. I really am a textury person. I love the way that's gone on there. And it's creased lovely. Diane, did you manage to get that information about that pot of something? I am on holiday this week. I'm going tomorrow, Trudy. So I thought I'd pop on today just to show you the latest edition that's going to go into the shop. Ooh, which is one of them. It fits lovely. Plenty of room. You ain't going to be like hurting your fingers getting them out. They're not stuck in. They all go in and out lovely. So, like I say, I might do these. Give me your thoughts while I'm away. I need to know whether you prefer them just on their own, as in single stack form, 11 at a pop. So you can just put them all in a row and whatnot, and then do your own thing with them, really. Let me just see if I can pull one out, because I haven't stuck these in. Let's see if I'm going to just do a full disaster now. Oh, oh, I think it's going to come out. Oh, look at this. I think it is. There you go. Right, so let me move that. Whoop. So, would you prefer them like that? Obviously, this is the bare bones. This is the bare bones. So, you're going to get a stack of them, basically. And then if that's the case, I'm just doing that, then I could do them quite relatively cheap, really. And then it's up to you if you buy multiples of, or if you want the full kit, which is 3, and then in the box, that could be your price then for the kit as such, yeah? But then that means that you've got to use your 12 by 12 papers. Because I use the 12 by 12 papers, you can just see there's a line there, and then I painted it, hand painted it, just so it looked like the whole piece was just one piece. So all this has been hand painted on here to blend it in. So this paper ends, I'm sure you can see that. The paper ends there, so that's all hand painted there. But if you paint it well enough, you ain't really going to tell, to be fair. So, what your thoughts then? Everybody's gone quiet. Love it. So that means everything's either broke or you're all asleep. Hi, Missy. Hope you're well. So yeah. So let me know. So let me put these back in here, because I quite like the, let's see if it goes in easy enough. With no, it came out, oh it does, yeah, it's going to go in, look at that, there you go. So as you've seen, it comes out easy enough, it goes in, so you've got the box. So the box is a full on box, yeah. So you could have the box, you could have it as a gift box, yeah, then there we go. Gift box. There you are. So there we go. Gift box. Look at that. I'll tell you what, I could do a set of them, couldn't I? Nesting gift boxes. How gorgeous is that? So yeah, there you go. Thoughts? Yeah. Yay, nay, rubbish, not interested. I'm quite thick-skinned. Nobody's going to upset me. You know, I do very much like your input, if I'm honest, because I think it's nice to have your input. Dried marigolds. This is what gets me, you know, when you take your inks out and then you've got to start like lining them up so they all sort of, let's do that one there, that one there, that one there, yeah. So that's my OCD going to kick in there. It's like, oh, what's happening there? So you've seen them out the box. They're not stuck in the box. These were very easy to put together. Even I must say they were easy to put together. So I can sell them just as a unit like this, or as a 3 and the box, and then you can obviously take them out, put them on, and then you've got a big gift box as well, which is really nice. So you've got clocks coming up. you will have some sort of framework, but I'm not sure because somebody else has just released frames, so I'm just going to be respectful of that. So I'm not into sort of competing against other people. So I am respectful of another product that's just been released out. So I'm not there to play tit for tat or anything like that. So I'm respectful on that. So clocks, ink pad holders. So we're going to do the oxide. I'm going to do some versafine. And I'm going to do some elements. If there's anything else you can think of, let me know. Because what I might do is a little box with all the holders for these little beasts in round, just so they fit in very nicely. So, which I think is nice because I'm always taking my Inkology with me. So I'd like a nice box to put them in. So I might actually do that as well. So yeah, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. So before I go away, Teresa, liking the idea, but could it lock and have a handle to take to a workshop? Oh, no then. If I'd done it out of MDF, maybe. I don't know. See, then you're thinking like a suitcase sort of thing, but to be fair, that would go quite like, you know, I mean, again, I could get a mechanism and get it to lock, and then, yeah, you know, I might be able to get a handle. If I don't actually, I'd feel better doing it in MDF if I was going to put a handle on it, actually, Teresa. So yeah, I can get locking mechanisms for them, and then if you wanted a handle option, then I can then, it'd have to be MDF, because then I'd be screwing in and making sure, you know, screw bolt and giving you that rigidity so you can actually pick it up in the handle. But yeah, it's options. I like the fact that you're giving me something to work with, actually, Teresa. Thank you. Oh, bless you. Does it fit in IKEA colour width wise? I have no idea because I don't have one. So if you gave me dimensions, I could, or PM me the dimensions, I can measure it for you. In fact, let me get a ruler now. Let me because unfortunately I haven't got any IKEA. No, this is just over 10 inches, so say 10 and a quarter. 10 and a quarter by just over 10 and a quarter, thereabouts. So I'd say 10 and a half inches. 10 and a half inches is plenty. Depth wise, you are looking at 3.5. No, you're not. Lisa's lying. Yeah, 3.5 inches deep on that particular part there. Okay, if you're having it without, if you're having it like so, as in singly, then we are looking, let me do it on inches for you guys. So out of the box, it is 9 and, well, it's just over 9.5 inches, and then the width is as you're going to look, it's going to be 3 inches to the edge of that, but for the actual case itself is 2.5. Yeah, and then the width down in inches. I need to turn it. This is where I make things hard for myself. There you go. Honestly, if I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. Okay, no, I'm going to do it this way. It's so much easier. Why do I make things so difficult? 9 3/4 on the inches on the length, as in height. And as I said, the depth is literally 2 3/4 of an inch. But yeah, I mean, I can write all these down before I put them into the shop anyway. But again, if you had 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, that should fit. That would fit the full range of oxides in, unless he release. Well, I don't think he's releasing anymore. But yeah, again, it's an option, isn't it? Definitely clocks in kit form for DIY boxes. Stamp pads, stamp storage, maybe with drawers. Yes. So I have actually looked at doing I've actually got stuff that I've done myself with like a little drawer. But yes, I think not like the IKEA ones, because like there's loads of those about. But I'm thinking something a little bit more sort of quirky. With drawers, like you say, for pencils, brushes, etc. But definitely, I'm definitely going to do storage for these. So if there's anything like, so you've got 20 in a set, so it'd be a 4 by 5 box with all the slots in, and they'd all fit in the holes, and it wouldn't be a snug, it'll be enough, but enough to move them nicely, like these. You've got that nice movement. You know, so at the end of the day, if there's any particular ones, I mean, I was also thinking about doing storage for, you know, like your little pots and stuff like that. Is that something else that you'd sort of be thinking about, where, you know, I could do, you know, several different heights to get so many in, sort of thing, you know? But I've just got to get dimensions of this different stuff. If I haven't got them, then I can't sort of measure them to make the file to cut, you see, because I make the cut files myself. So, but like, yeah, storage for like your shimmers, your mica powders, Andy's inks is a definite, because I'm forever throwing them in like that and thinking, oh, if I put the lid on properly. But if I had them in a storage pot where they're all upright nice, I'll be in my element. So I'm going to make my one of them, which I'm going to put in the shop. So I am thinking, as crafters, what you want, you know. So please, yeah, Brill, perfecto. So yeah, please just give me the ideas. You know, so the mica, the glitters, you know, even down to, you know, if you've got like your little pots of stuff like that, I'll do them where there's an area for you to put your brushes. You know, I mean, I'm terrible. I'm always doing blinking jam jars or beetroot jars. I want something nice on my desk, like an organizer, where I've got my brushes and I've got my pads and I've got, you know, and it's all like bam, bam, bam. And if you've actually got an area, give me the dimensions. I'll make something for that. Do you get what I mean? So I am very, very flexible, but I also listen. You know, I mean, I've also got the art inspirations ink. I mean, there's what, 5 of those. You could do separate little, you know, to put them in, so they're not falling over and roaming around. They're all in a nice little place, sitting pretty in a lovely box. So you have a box, like I say. I'm going to put these back in now. This is going to be the test now, isn't it? And they're going to fit back in. Yes, they are going to fit back in. I have given it sort of millimeters, sort of area to play with, I suppose I could say. It's nothing sort of mega or anything like that, but you can clearly see you can get these in and out really nice. And then when hubby comes along and says, have you brought new stuff, you go, no. Can you see new things here? I have to do that with my other half, you see. You know, all he's got, I've said, oh, I've got a lovely new box. I've made a box. He said, oh, that's nice. He didn't see what was in the box, but he said, oh, that's a nice box. And there you go. It's done. It's sorted. So you can put all your new bits and bobs in there. So I've got plenty of thoughts now. So that's what it's all about. You're going to be a crafter's best friend. Yes, Rose, that's the whole sort of, the whole part of me doing this. Not just to go, oh, there's a box, let's stick some blooming cogs on it, let's use your papers, let's play nices. But I also want to make things so it's a nice gifts for you to make and give to your mate or to your family, or, you know, do something with your grandchildren. You know, make the nanny's little keepsake box. Do a lovely little thing with them. Go out foraging. Put some stuff in what they find. You know, if they find an animal skull or some lovely moss, or I don't know. You know, that's what I used to go foraging for. Dead animal skulls and teeth and stones. I'm just weird. But, you know, a box like that would you mean? I mean, I know some of you have lost your pets. You know, I'm quite happy to do a lovely portrait of your pet. I mean, Rachel, bless her, she asked me to do a picture, so I've done a picture of a dog. She was over the moon with it. Me, I needed to tweak it more, but that, for me, as a tester, and she was over the moon with it. Next time I'll put more effort in and tweak it more, so the details like immense. But you could have one of these lovely little boxes with a picture of your dog, you know, a tuft of hair and a paw print and, you know, little collars, and you can make little things to put the collars on and have the name and a picture. You know, there's so much that you can do. I mean, I don't want to upset anybody, because I know there's a few of you lost your pets, and I mean, I've got my brawny around my neck. I had her cremated, and I'm still, I mean, I miss her terribly, you know, but I mean, that's been some years now. But what I want to say to you is I'm here not just, oh yeah, I'm going to make something, but I'm here to sort of, you know, what do you want, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm sick of companies going out of business. I'm sick of finding something and then I can't get it again, you know. So this is my frustrations, and this is what I'm doing. So yeah, it's one of them, you know what I mean? So please, if you're unsure, PM me. I'm happy to have a go. If you're unsure about the picture, send me the picture, and I'll do a tester like I've done for Rach, because to me that was a tester for Rach, and she was over the moon with that. But you know, I wanna be able to offer you guys the things which are missing, or the things which are, you know, I mean, I've seen some of these; they're really expensive, you know. So if I'm saying to you, oh, I'll do this for like, I don't know, 20 quid. It's affordable, you know, at the end of the day, because 20 quid nowadays is a cost of coffee. You can't even take the kids to McDonald's and like do a Happy Meal and have something to eat and a drink, and you don't even get change out of 20 quid anymore. Crumbs. I remember when it was like £2.50 to step my lot there. They used to love it. I don't anymore because it's a small fortune, you know. So that's what I'm trying to do. So thank you so much for supporting me. Please do give me thumbs up. Please like, subscribe, share, and all the rest of it. But I won't be on for a week now, so I did want to come and say hello and all that. I'm really chuffed with my box. You can probably tell. I'm stroking the paper. Right. I'm chuffed for one that I've used the paper, and I'm chuffed that I've got this beautiful stag just in its glory, and I'm with the waterfall. I'm there, and I can feel the texture, and yeah, I like it. So please, you know, play with your papers. See what you want to use with them. Do you want to put them on a box? Because these are also Stamperia papers. Do you want to put them on a box? Do you want to put them in a journal? Do you want to make a box? Do you want to make a gift for somebody with the papers? Let me know. So anyway, I'm waffling. I'm going. I'm going to miss you all terribly. So please. There's going to be that discount code. It's from tomorrow. It's holiday is the discount code. It goes on the checkout at the end. It's automatic. Put in holiday and it will deduct 15%. I ain't one for discounts or codes, but while I'm on holiday, I want to give you something back as a thank you. Plus entice you to spend. You know, I'm going to be honest about it. You know, there you go. And then when I come back, we'll get the elements done. We'll get the versafine racks done. So you have a choice of what you want, and you can mix and match as well. So love you all. I'm going to go. And let me grab down YouTube, because there we go. Let's knock that one off. So I'll see you on Facebook in a second, people. So that screen has now departed.